At the time of this recording, you have just over 3.5 days left to get in on the Seaxi presale if you are interested. Now, of course, we will talk a little bit more in detail about the Seaxi presale, pros, cons, benefits, risks, all that type of good stuff. But I also did just want to show you some of the numbers that they are putting in. We've seen them raise almost $55 million so far, continuing to burn almost 40% of the total supply as well at this point. So there's a lot of really, really interesting things happening. And so I figured we'd talk about that today. And then of course, if you are interested in buying, we do have those links in the description below. Seaxi has been a great partner of the channel, so I did want to talk a little bit about them a bit more today. So first off, going onto the website, again, this is what you will see if you follow the link in the description below. You do have the ability to buy with card or buy with crypto. See, only 3 days and 14 hours left. 55 million USDT raised, which is pretty impressive. You also, after buying, can go straight to staking if you are interested. There is currently 77% in staking rewards. This is something where as more people stake, the price does go down and the staking rewards get less because, of course, the more people that stake, the lower that the rate gets. That's just generally how that type of thing goes. Now you can see here we do also have the Seaxi launch schedule. So the claim is actually on the 23rd of June with the bridge from Solana to Ethereum also opening on the 23rd of June. We are going to see exchange listings hopefully soon to follow. They are putting it between the 23rd and the 29th. So maybe it's sometime between those 2 dates. We don't know for sure. That's just where they've put them so far. The wiki comes out on the 29th. The staking unlock comes on the 30th. And then we have mainnet actually launching here on the 7th of July, along with the block explorer, as well as the bridge to the Seaxi layer 2 network. We can also see a week later, we have Neptune launching, and then a week after that, Igniter. So a pretty well-described and well-defined launch schedule here if you are looking and interested in figuring out kind of what is going on here. Now, if you can see, we also have the tokenomics. There's a total supply of 138 billion Seaxi here, 20% going to treasury, 15% to marketing, 25% to rewards, 10% to listings, and 30% to development is kind of how they have that built out. So that is the plan here for the launch and the tokenomics of the Seaxi token. Again, if you are interested, of course, feel free to do more research here. None of this is financial advice. None of this is investment advice. This is just me kind of essentially providing coverage to a project that is looking to raise money. And if you are interested, of course, feel free. If not, of course, feel free to not. Now, moving on, we can see a couple of really interesting posts here. Of course, we have had the post made a couple hours ago that Seaxi is now past the $55 million mark. An insane amount of money being raised here, which is pretty impressive. And then we also do have another massive burn. So Seaxi has already burned 35 billion Seaxi. They just burned another 20 billion in addition to that, further tightening supply ahead of mainnet. This follows, again, as I said here, bringing the total burn to 55 billion. That is approximately 40% already burned, less supply, more value. Seaxi isn't inflating, it's igniting, all that type of stuff here. So you can see if you want to go check out the burn details, if it loads up, you can see here the burn was verified, 20 billion burnt. Now, the only thing that I'm not totally certain on here as we're actually reading through this, they're saying the 55 billion Seaxi has been burnt. But if we go back and we look at the tokenomics, they have 138 billion Seaxi. So that doesn't quite equate to 40%, I don't think, off of quick math. Let's actually just do some quick math here. 55 divided by 138. I guess it is also almost 40%. So that's actually good news. We can just double check their math real quick, and it is right. So that is good. But if you are interested, of course, we do have that about 3 days, 14 hours left. You also can feel free to check out their Twitter as well. If you do want to follow it, they have their Twitter here, or I guess X account, I should say, and then as well as Telegram here is also. If you are looking to kind of figure out, reach the team, see what they're doing, all that type of stuff. Now, the last thing I want to check out as well, as I mentioned, if you do buy Seaxi, you can also stake it directly after buying it. You can see here the estimated rewards are 77%. The current rewards are 4,300, almost 4,400 Seaxi per block. Now, the important piece here is this does continue to go down based on the number staked here. So the more Seaxi that gets staked, the less like Seaxi per your allocation you will get, because the amount here is fixed. So, this is essentially only getting split over 15 million, where if this went to 30 million, the same amount would be getting split over that same amount, which is why the estimated rewards are going down. So that is something to consider. If you are interested, it does kind of benefit you to get in early for the staking. But of course, if you're not wanting to stake and want to keep it liquid and all that, of course, it's all up to you. None of this is financial advice. This is just me kind of covering a project that is getting very, very close to what seems to be a quite successful pre-sale. We'll have to see kind of what happens from there. So anyway, moving along, hopefully you did find the information is very useful. If you did, a like and subscribe, of course, always does help. Feel free to check out other videos on the channel, things like that. And then if you have any comments, just feel free to drop those in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.